Hi everyone. Okay, welcome back to the second edition of the three most common type of company registrations with the CSA. And today, we're going to be talking about the company registration, and we're going to be dwelling on the private limited company by shares. Private limited company by shares. Don't forget, I am Kachi. I'm a business consultant on corporate affairs matters. Do you understand? So, okay, let's dive into it right now. Okay, today is going to be explosive. So today we're going to be discussing majorly on the private limited company by shares, and we're also going to be doing the difference between a business name and a private limited company. Yeah, watch out for that. Okay, what is private limited company by shares? Okay, let's break the name. Private limited company by shares. A private company that is limited by shares. Simple English, a private company that is limited by shares, meaning that you cannot just do anything you wish. You are limited by your shares. That means there's a specific share capital for every business object you want to do as regarding a private limited company. All right, that's the LTD. All right, so now let's go deeper. What's a company? A company registration is a business that enjoys legal personality. What that means is that the directors, the shareholders are different from the corporate body. The company is a corporate body and the people in the company are separate from it. Now, let's bring one difference so you understand. For a business name, I said the business and the person running the business are not different. They don't enjoy legal personality, meaning they are not separate from the business. The person is the business. But for the company limited, the persons are not the business, or the person is not the business. Okay, let's go into it. Company limited, one director can actually register a limited company, a private limited now by the virtue of CAMA 2022 as amended. Yeah, before it was minimum of 2 directors, 2 shareholders and the rest of them. But now one single director can register, has him been the only director, and also ascribe the whole share capital to himself. Is that not sweet? Yes, and also he's still going to stand as the person with significant control, PSC. We're not going to tell you a lot of details about that, but right into our DM, we'll do more consultancy. But for now, just get the head up. All right, so let's move ahead. So in company, a director must be 18 years and above. A shareholder must be 18 years and above. A minor cannot be a director, but a minor can be a shareholder. Oh, yeah. But how do a minor come in? That means for a minor to come in as a shareholder, we must have at least 2 adult shareholders that will stand in before a minor. Now, who is a minor? A minor is someone who is below 18 years. Yeah. Even if you're 17 and 11 months, you're a minor, according to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Is that taken? So that's a minor. So a minor cannot be a director, but a minor can be a shareholder, having 2 adult shareholders standing there before a minor comes in to make them 3. I think you get that. Not like a minor can just be a shareholders all through. No, we must have at least 2 adult shareholders before a minor plays a role of. So what's significant control? Okay, in limited we have the director, secretary, shareholder, and the PSC. PSC means person with significant control. So a director, I've explained that. Secretary, yes, anybody can be a secretary. It's not majorly a director. Yeah, anybody can, but must be an adult. Yeah. Then a shareholder, I've explained that. Yeah, a shareholder, a minor can come in as a shareholder to have shares. Even a child, as long as you're alive, you're 1 day old, you can be a shareholder. Do you get that? Yeah. PSC are those who have up to 5%. That's the minimum of 5% shares in that company. So for instance, if a company is 100, the share capital of a company is 100, and you are having up to 5% or more than 5%, but the minimum should not exceed 5, should not go below 5% of that shares. That means you must have 5 naira for a company that has 100 naira as a share capital. So it must not have below 5 naira to become a PSC. So anybody that has any shareholder that has shares above 5 naira or 5 naira and above stands as a PSC. but yet the people can decide, the highest shareholders, those can decide to say, okay, we don't want this person to be a PSC, and the board can decide and he will not be included. All right, so that's taken. Okay, for a limited company, your name must end with the word limited, LIMITED, or the abbreviation LTD, or unlimited, depending on the type of registration you're actually doing. Do you understand? For today, we are talking about the private limited company by shares, because this is the most common. We are talking about the most common now. So we have the limited by guarantee, we have the public limited, and we have the unlimited. So those ones are another type of registrations we might discuss someday, but for today we are actually looking at limited, LTD, private limited company by shares. So another thing you need to get about company registration is that for private limited company by shares is that you cannot just do any object you wish. You can't just wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I want to go and open airport, I want to open a private security company, I want to go into clearing and forwarding, I want to go into shipping, I want to go into marine services, blah 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 blah. No, that's why he said the private company, a private company limited by shares, meaning that what you want to do is limited by the share capital. The share capital of the company limits your object, limits what you want to do with the business. So if you say you want to do clearing and forwarding, for instance, according to the regulations, you must have a share capital of 5 million and above, 5 million share capital and above to run a clearing and forwarding company. If you say you want to open a security company, your share capital must be 10 million. You can't just register a security company with any shares. Say, okay, I think the minimum shares, not I think, the minimum shares in company registration is 100,000. All right, 100,000 to 1 million is regarded as a small company. It's regarded as a small company. Why anything above 1 million, if it's 1.1 million, will be treated as a big company, right? So that's what it is. Small company, that's a shares, an entity other than a small company is from 1.1 million and above. For anything 1 million and below down to 100,000 shares are regarded as small company. So for this set, you can't just put in clearing and forwarding as your object. If you have a share capital 100,000 to 1 million, clearing and forwarding will not come in. You have to increase your share capital to 5 million before you can register clearing and forwarding business. Then for security company, you must have a share capital of 10 million and above. Do you understand? So these are for travel. Yes, for travel agencies, this travel and tour, you must have a share capital 30 million and above. Do you understand? The minimum shares is 30 million. So you need to know all this. We cannot tell you all this because there are many. There are lists of all these things. So that's why we have our number on the screen. You can chat us anytime for consultancy. We tell you. You don't just register. You don't just wake up and say, I want to register this shipping. I want to register shipping and marine and all of that. There are shipping agents and there are shipping itself. There are freight forwarders and there are flight attendants. There are agents to these things. So agent has a minimal share capital other than the business itself. Do you understand? There are airport services. Those ones has their own share capital. So you can't just wake up and register. That's why I say it's limited by shares. So what you want to do, the company is limited by the shares capital they have. Do you understand? So that's what you need to know about company, and we're going to be stopping right here. Stay tuned. Ask any questions. If I've skipped anything you really need to know about company registration, you can always contact us and we'll give you the heads up. That's what we do. Give you a free consultancy so that you can structure your business properly before registration. Because we've seen a situation whereby somebody came to us and was like, the person that registered this company with us did not even tell us all of these things. I said, yeah, because when they went out to get their certificates from other regulatory body and they were told to go and increase their share capital, they were told to get this social certificate, they were told to, yes, because I just remembered. There are some objects you will include in your company that will require a proficiency certificate. I'm not going to list all of that. You can't tell me you want to open a hospital and you don't even have a medical doctor as part of your directors, someone who has a proficiency, someone who has a license to operate. So these are things we will tell you. So the person was like, we are not told. I said, yes, because the person who registered this thing did not give you that head up. So here we are giving you, we're going to give you a free consultancy. That's what we do for our clients. We tell them this will require proficiency. Do you have it? Do you have a professional who will be included as your shareholder? Because this person who is coming with his proficiency must be a shareholder in that company. Might not have the highest share, but must be a shareholder in that company. And there are some you will register will tell you, no, you can't do this because you don't have the requirements to carry out this service. Do you understand? So this is what we do. We do free consultancy services so that you will know. Head up. So business name, like I said, is for startup. While limited, you see now how I explained limited, that yes, it has its own requirements, it has its own way of operation. So there are some startups that cannot actually work under business name, just like the one I've mentioned that has a specific share capitals. You cannot register them under business name. So that is what we do. All right, thank you so much for joining us today video. We really love you for staying to this end. Yeah, I believe it's quite educating. So hit up in the comments for any questions or anything we have skipped. Yeah, we will answer you right away. You can chat us on our number on the screen. We'll answer you right away. Thank you. I'll still remain your boy. Catch.